Hey guys, AJ here. What's going on, y'all? Listen, the last video I made, I talked about the fact that I like to play the diner now a little bit more than the farm and survival, and that's cool. I love to play with that map with randoms, and I like to play with you guys. But I think that everybody should have a solo setup, and I'm just gonna give a few pointers on my solo setup. And I think once you have it set up, I think you should be good. So, and one good thing about a director's mode setup like we had in Black Ops 6 is once you have it set up, you want to be good. So every time, like, let's say somebody said, hey, I'm running to the store real quick, I'll be right back. You can go into your solo file. Or let's say like you just want to get your daily challenges done. You want to go into the solo file. Or you just pop the token and it's for like an hour. And let's say like we jump off the game like 20 minutes after that. You can finish the last 40 minutes in your director's mode. So your director's mode is kind of important. So you want to set it up, your solo director's mode properly. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. I'm just going to share my setup and like what works for me. And you can take it as information. You don't have to change your setup at all. So with that being said, let me just get right into it. This video, it ain't going to be 10 minutes. It might be more like 25 minutes. I'm going to try to shorten as much as possible. But let me just get right into it. Let me just talk about my setup real quick. Now, once I'm set up, I change my weapon. I try to look for like an assault. I try to look for a sniper rifle or a marksman. Once I'm set up, there's a couple of them on the wall in the Ashes of the Dam because it's such a big map. But just coming into the game, I like to be good. I like to like set up properly because you are going around the map and you are doing parts of the Easter egg to get to round 10, and then you're going to be straight. So that's what you need. That's what you need, by the way. Let me just show you this real quick. When you go to your save file, right, this is what you wanted to say. You see mine's right there? It say Ashes of the Dam. Let me see, and it shows a level 10. Basically, that's how, and it shows director's mode on the right there. Oh, okay, it shows when it expires. I never noticed that. It expires in 30 days. So I guess every 30 days I got to reset this. So 30 days, if you're going to have it for, well, in my case, 29 days. I set it up yesterday. So if you want to have it so like peace-free for the next 29 days or 30 days when you set it up, you want it to be set up right. So with that being said, like I said, I come in the game with an assault rifle. I come in with the flatline only because to me, I feel like this is the easiest, this is the hardest melee weapon to level up. And to me, I think that in director's mode is perfect to level it up there. I kind of want to just level it up and get it out of the way. So, and I feel like in director's mode, that's the one I'm choosing to use. You can switch it to your ballistic knife or your regular knife all you want. I'm just telling you what I've done. My lethal and tactical is the same, the decoys and the syntax grenades. I think that's perfectly fine. I think that Cashmere is a little bit overkill, and it's going to take away from me killing the zombies. I would rather kill the zombies. In director's mode, the decoys is good enough. Ether Shroud, I like to use Ether Shroud as I'm running around setting up everything. Because like I said, you're doing parts of the Easter egg, and till you get to a certain point where you like say, okay, that's enough, I'm straight, like I did. And as far as my gobblegums go, I have a gobblegum setup that's specifically named solo because this is when I come in and play solo. And I've been using a lot of these, I've been saving up a lot of these temporal gifts and these times twos because I haven't really been using them that much in this. So I don't go crazy though. I probably use maybe one or two and that's it. And that's like me actually like setting it up. Once I'm set up though, I don't really use any gobblegums. But anyway, when I set up, I put on the temporal gift and I put on the times too, just to get my points up a little bit faster. I never say that there's anything wrong with having an aftertaste. I have literally maxed out on max ammo, so I just brung that in. And I come in with fire cells only because once you set up and you want to get yourself another weapon, you can choose to get a wall weapon like a sniper off the wall. But sometimes it might be kind of hard to find the weapon that you need. So I have two different methods they get another weapon out of the box. And like I said, the bad part about Ashes of the Dam is it's not like the smaller maps. You actually got to run around and keep looking for the box. The other maps is like it just sits in one spot. But I have a workaround, and the fire cells is just one of my workarounds. So anyway, I only got 9. Most likely you got more than I do. But if you don't have any more fire cells, this is fine because I have another solution though. All right, so now I'm going to talk about my augments, right? Now, again, I'm going to say this multiple times, so sorry about this. This is director's mode, so none of these things don't matter, but I'm just going to point them out. Anything that works for me. My toxic growth, right? The way I have my toxic growth set up is I want my toxic growth to be stronger, and I bounce back between slowing them down and having an extra charge. I'm back and forth about it, but I think if I had to just make one solid opinion on it, I would say I would rather have an extra charge because there's a few times when I don't have it charged up yet. But at the same time, I'm going to have something to charge up another charge. So if I had to pick one decision right now, I would rather have, let me see. My final opinion is I would rather try get one game like this and have one game like that. I'm not sacrificing this at all because I feel like the toxic growth, it being stronger, I would rather have it more healthier, to be honest with you, because I noticed that once I have this on, the toxic growth lasts a lot longer. And it takes more damage. So to me, I feel like this is like a no-brainer. So, like I said, I think I don't think the fruit is necessary in director's mode. That's why I didn't even talk about this. So my advice is if you only had one major dish you can put on because you didn't max it out, I would put this on. But if you have 2, I would have this on and I'll bounce back between this and this. And I would fill out like what you think works for you. And since I'm trying it out right now, I'm going to put this on and see how long it lasts and how long this works out for me. But if I feel like I'm not getting my toxic growth fast enough to have the needed second charge, then I'll get the second charge. As far as my major goals, I'm actually bouncing back. I usually put this on, to be honest with you. So it's a little bit wider. It slows the zombies down. But I've been actually looking into this real quick. And if you read what it says, right, because sometimes I just click something and I don't fully grasp what it's talking about. The first normal or special enemy to walk into the growth is, Charmed and entangled and charmed. So basically attacking other enemies to enter. So the way that translates in my head is, if I'm in the chill spot, shout out to BG for learning the chill spot in the spawn at the Ashes of the Dam, after we put the truck there and we chilling there, the way this one translates to me is, because I seen it happen with another random before and I didn't know what the hell it meant, but basically the first, if I put a toxic growth right behind me, right, and I have one in front of me, if a zombie jumps up behind me, he's going to just be charmed and be chilling there the whole time. And he's going to actually attack other zombies if they try to jump up there behind me also inside the glitch, inside the chill spot. So basically, I'm going to try this one out. And I think this one is actually viable. But again, this is director's mode. So if you want to choose to put on this or put on that, you can if you want to. But this one sounds okay. And it sounds perfect for what I'm trying to do. So I'm just going to test this one out. So anyway, so that's how the toxic growth is going to go. Now, as far as I talked about hitting the box or getting another box lately. I talked about this a little bit in my last video, but basically I'm just going to touch on this. I'm not going to dwell on it at all. If you want to hit the box or get a chance to get another chance of getting a box, and you don't want to keep chasing the box, because when you're in director's mode in Ashes of the Dam, you never know where the box is going to be. It can be all the way. It can, I don't even know where all the box locations are in the entire map, to be honest with you, because I don't really go around the map on here. So if you want to just chill in the spawn and you don't want to leave the spawn at all during your director's mode, you can always switch to your master peaks, and you can have it set up so he like chills by the box and activates the box, and you can have it so he 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 attacks zombies. You don't really need the elite for. He can attack regular zombies as he's doing it. But if you don't want to kill him right away, you can distract the zombie while you're trying to box also. So, but you could put this on. He can attack the zombies for you, or he can distract the zombies. I don't think this is necessary because you're not going to really mess with any elites. So that's up to you. As for me, I would rather kill the zombies myself in this particular mode. So I would rather just have them as a distraction. But that's your choice. And if you have this maxed out, I would have it so it lasts longer. But you do whatever you think is best. With that being said, there's another tip that I wanted to point out also. Your speed cola, I mentioned the box, right? So I think that you should keep the classic formula. I don't think this should be touched that much at all. That's just my opinion. With that being said, the reason why I'm coming here is because I'm talking about the box. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but when you hit in the box, right, sometimes it takes a long time if you don't have this on. So since this is director's mode and you might level up a gun, you're going to be like, okay, that gun's leveled up. I need to switch to another gun. You don't want to be sitting there hitting. If you do choose to like jump around the map and find the box, you don't want to be sitting there waiting forever for the box to like keep circling around. You can if you want to, but if you want to go through the box a little bit faster, you can put this on so you can always keep switching your gun up and hitting the box. And as a second one, I bounce back between. I usually put on fast picture when I'm playing a regular game, but since this is director's mode, you really can't go wrong with what you want to put on. And you know, there's a chance that I might keep my ammo, but there's times when I literally die because I couldn't throw out my tactical and lethal fast enough. So by having this on, you can avoid that altogether. So this is what I set up for this, and this is what makes the most sense to me. As far as everything else goes, you can use that as your own discretion. I am going to point out that one of these days, I don't know when, but one of these days, I'm going to take one for the team, and I'm going to try it out this whole monkey thing, because this one can pick you up to 3 times. But I don't know, but usually it picks you up with your bleed out perks. But if you have aftertaste on, I don't know if the monkey would actually work for that particular reason. I have to test it out. Until I test it out, I'm just going to leave it on this. But anyway, okay, so that's pretty much my setup real quick. And I'm just going to I'm just going to show like a little bit of gameplay real quick. And just to see, you know, this is just bonus footage. You can skip this if you want, but I'm just going to show you a little bit of bonus footage of my director's mode real quick. By the way, you can skim through this. Sometimes it takes a while to load up. Yeah, just showing a little gameplay. I'm not going to play a bunch of gameplay real quick, but I'm just going to show you a little something, and then I'll just end it. So, what I don't understand is when I set up when I set it up before, I had the car chilling over there, and now I come back and it's chilling over here. That's something I didn't protect. I didn't know that would happen, but anyway, I actually got a sniper rifle, but oh yeah, by the way, I tried the vehicle in both spots, and to be honest with you, I kind of like this spot more only because... Is this the right spot? I'm not sure. So now, I think if the zombie gets charmed, I'm going to have him come up here on purpose just to see what he does. Now you see, he's going to start attacking other zombies. So any zombie that come inside the toxic growth, he's going to attack them. And now you can just sit here. You could just level up all your guns. The only bad part is after he's done being charmed, he's going to turn into a regular zombie, and then he's going to try to attack you. But with my back being against him, right, pause, he's going to attack my turtle shell. But just to give you the heads up, I think that once he's done, he's going to try to attack you. But anyway,